Hey everybody, is the second time around better than the first? Should you be giving a second chance to someone or something? Are you rethinking love and money matters? If so, you are aligned with the cosmos as Venus has just stationed retrograde. So welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So awesome to see you here. We're going to give your weekly energies a peek with the tarot March 2nd through the 8th, but we'll also look at the cards through the lens of the Venus retrograde as well, because these energies are very powerful when they first get underway, and Venus just went retrograde March 1st, so it fits with our timing. So as I said, Venus just went retrograde in Aries, so this retrograde may be really calling us to evaluate, do we want to move forward investing our life force energy, which is Aries, in a new beginning that has its seeds in the past, or giving a second chance to something and reviving it, maybe in a better way. All right, Aries, so let's see what you need to know for the week ahead and also your Venus retrograde message. Aries. So this is important for you because the retrograde is happening in your sign. So, oh, the Tower. Okay. And the Ace of Swords. Wow, you may hear from somebody out of the blue. Yeah, definitely. Page of Swords. I'm going to pull a couple more. The Ten of Wands. And the King of Wands. Okay, so you may be hearing from another fire sign out of the blue suddenly. That may have already happened too, because Venus, as I said, did go retrograde the 1st. But, you know, kind of what I'm feeling for the vibe is some sort of unexpected message, communication, email, phone call, letter. It's usually probably more written communication with the Ace of Swords. In your heart, you're kind of like, how do I feel about this? Page of Swords. I do feel like I want to respond. I need to respond. There is something to respond to. But what I would say here, what I think is interesting with this Ten of Wands, King of Wands that's showing up here is, it could be that something's not quite finished yet. You would like it to be finished, but maybe with this Ten of Wands, but maybe there is something that surprisingly comes back around. There's some detail or communication or connection that needs to be revisited, so it can be finished. But this can also be making a decision, Page of Swords. Do I really want to invest my energy into something else again, into this situation again, whatever it might be for you? Because maybe it is too draining, hard, heavy, Ten of Wands. So maybe you kind of already made a decision, Ace of Swords, that was in your past, that you were done with it. But as I said, something surprisingly comes back around. I don't think you're reaching out to someone. I think they're reaching out to you, or whatever the situation is. But you're like, I just don't know if I really want to get back with that situation. So there may be also some confusion in terms of you can't see the whole picture quite yet of what this surprising detail or communication might mean for you. Because, you know, she's got her head stuck in the sticks, like she cannot see. So, but the feeling is there because you're showing up here super empowered. You don't want to go back to a Ten of Wands. That's the real issue. The Tower is interesting. This, of course, is Uranus. It's in your 2nd house of money and self-worth. So you kind of like, what is this going to do for my life? Like, is it going to make my life better? Is it going to make my life worse? Is it going to make me feel better? Is it going to add to my bank account? Or is it just going to be a waste of time, pain in the butt, more work for me to do, but maybe easier for somebody else? So there could be stuff like that you are going on. But also, Mercury is going to go retrograde in your sign. And we have you rethinking also with this Page of Swords, but that doesn't happen till March 15th. So I would say for this week at least, like, don't rush into anything. There may be an urgency that is coming to you on the part of somebody else. Somebody else may be like, Aries, come on, snap to it. You need to decide this now. Like, I need an answer now, Aries. That's a pressure tactic. That's a manipulation tactic. So don't fall victim to that. Tell somebody, no, this is too much is on the line. You know, there could be a lot at stake here with this 10 of Wands, like in terms of a commitment on your part, because this is your energy, of something big that would, as I said, require a lot of your energy and time and investment. Why are you just going to blindly say yes to something? No. Maybe in the past you would have, but not now. No, not now. So don't let anybody make you feel insecure. This is the other thing. This is the second house with this Uranus-Taurus situation. Through the pressure, trying to push your buttons and make you feel like you're going to lose out or make you feel bad if you do not respond super quick the way they want. Okay? That is what I feel. But overall, in terms of this energy, this Venus retrograde is really going to help you see very clearly how important it is for you to let go of, cut loose, Ace of Swords, situations that just bring you 10 of Wands shenanigans that you do not need in your life. You're fine. You're showing up here, you're fine. But somebody else, I think, is not fine. And they would like to kind of suck on your energy or reel you back into one of their schemes and dreams that you probably would not have a benefit from. All right, Taurus, let's see what you need to know. So your dreams could be especially potent over the next 6 weeks. You could be having lots of dreams and yearnings over coulda, woulda, shouldas, what might have been, what could have been, and definitely karmic contracts that maybe you thought were finished could be coming back around. And they may not come back around, you know, in the flesh, like through texting or phone calls. They could just be coming back around in dreams. But let's see. Let's see, Taurus, what you need to know. Oh, we have a 7 of coins. Okay. And wow, and we have a 10 of swords. We have a 2 of wands, the justice, and the king of swords. Okay, so this is very interesting. So I think in the week ahead, you are going to start cooking up a plan for yourself about how to cut the cord with something that is not working out the way you would like. Whatever that is, a love or money situation. So we have the 7 of coins here, and it's interesting because she's watering that plant, but she's looking at this one. So there is something else you'd rather be giving your attention to. Whatever it is, you would like to see that thing grow. You have plans. You have future plans for the smaller plant right now, not the bigger plant. The bigger plant maybe has brought disappointment, 10 of swords. You see, her attention is on the phone. This girl's got a phone in her hand. So this is the type of thing where I like examples. You're at work, you're sitting there doing your stuff on the computer, but meanwhile, you have one window open that is the work you're supposed to be doing, but the other window, but don't do this at work because they can track your computer, but I'm just saying, the other window is like your job searching, or on your phone, yeah, you got the window open, it looks like you're doing work on the computer, but you got your phone open and you're looking for jobs to get out. You see my point? There's something that's right in front of your face that is not cutting it anymore. It's no good. You're still forced to look at it, but you don't want it anymore. But the plan needs to be hatched. That's what you're doing. You're hatching a plan. Okay, this 2 of wands is a classic. I got to get out of here. That would be the ace of wands. I got to make a move, but okay, wait a minute. I need to have a plan. That's what this is. If I want to move through this doorway, I got to figure out how that's going to happen. So we have this justice here, which is the Libra, which is your 6th house of work and well-being. And of course, Venus going retrograde, that is your ruling planet. It's also Libra's ruling planet. And we have more Libra over here. And we have your 6th house showing up here, ruled by Libra. Ruled by Libra and ruled by Venus. So this is probably related to some sort of money or work scenario, I would say. Okay, in general, just what this is coming. And we got Pentacles as our first card as well. But there's something here, again, like I mean, you tend not to make decisions quickly unless you have Mercury in Aries, which you might in your natal chart. This is a lot about rethinking, reinvestigating, analyzing, King of Swords, a fair and balanced solution for yourself. So, and weighing, this is also this justice, and this fits in with the Venus retrograde, weighing the pros and cons of this scenario. Like, is this really that bad? I mean, that's just a question. I don't know you personally. I don't know your personal situation, but is this really that bad? Or are you having FOMO about this or whatever? Okay, so that's what I would say to this. Is it's very interesting. You know, it's really the old expression, the grass isn't always greener. Now, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. And that's where you're at. You're evaluating in a fair and balanced way. You're using your discernment, your judgment, your Libra, being objective to try to come to a solution. That is what I would say. Like, you have to look at it look at it any way you want. But I would say this is encouraging you to look at it like you're a lawyer presenting a case in court. If you had to convince yourself that, yeah, you really should get out of this, what would be the argumentative points you would present? So that's what I would say. I mean, you could be feeling very emotional right now. You could be feeling, we didn't have any cups, but you could be feeling very emotional and very like, oh, I gotta get out of here. This Ten of Swords is just too much for me. You know, okay, and that may be true. Our emotions are valid. That may be true. But strategically, which is the Justice and the King of Swords, is that the right thing right now for you to do? And Two of Wands can also be a strategy card. So that's what I would say with this. This week, start a strategy in motion and a plan that's objective of how you can start maybe paying attention to the thing you really want to pay attention to. All right, Geminis, let's see what you need to know about your week ahead, March 2nd through the 8th, our first full week of Venus retrograde, starting out in Aries in your 11th house. So you could definitely hear from an old friend, old acquaintance, old colleague, a reconnection in that regard. You could be yearning for going back to pursue an old dream. That's also possible. Or manifesting a wish that hasn't quite come to fruition yet. All right, we have the High Priestess. We have the Empress. Your mother could be trying to contact you through the psychic realms. If she, you know, a relative, a female relative, probably like a mother figure, could be a sister, could be a BFF, is trying to get through to you from the other side and reconnect through dreams. High Priestess. Okay, let's keep going. Three of Cups. This is somebody that really has a lot of high regard for you. There's lots of joy. It was a joyful connection. You guys laughed a lot together. Might be an air sign. It's possible. Okay, but this, of course, is your energy also. The Queen of Swords showing up. And then the Knight of Swords. Okay, this is what I feel. I feel like there is, as I said, a female energy, or very, you know, they're very feminine. I mean, they could be a male, but just have a lot of feminine energy. I mean, whatever. We try to be, you know, fluid with the gender scenarios with the tarot. And look at energy. But we have the nighttime and dreams. We have the mother energy, the nurturing. We have the Three of Cups, joy. This is also Pisces for me. And we have your energy and this Knight of Swords. I think that you are facing some sort of decision coming up in your life. It could be career. It could be career because of all the astrological energy gathering in your 10th house right now of Pisces. But I mean, it could be something else. It could be about a relationship. I think you're facing some sort of major life decision. And it's coming up fairly fast, I think, in your life where you're going to have to make a decision. It may not be this week. It could be by your birthday. That's kind of fast. I mean, your birthday's still a couple months away, but the way time goes now, that's like, it'll be here like in a blink of an eye. So, you know, but it's coming at you. You see this, and this is your energy, Knight of Swords. There is a decision you need to make. It's coming at you fast. This energy behind you here is trying to guide you, trying to give you comfort, trying to give you psychic information that will help you make that decision for yourself. The best decision for yourself. This person doesn't care about anybody else. They're not trying to give information to help you make it better for someone else. They're trying to give you information to make your decision for yourself that you need to make. And they're there to help and support, maybe give you something funny. So pay attention to your psychic messages that are coming from behind the veil, through dreams, through signs and synchronicities. My window's here, that's why signs like outside there, like signs and synchronicities. Or you hear a song from them on the radio that you associate with them, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might also ask yourself, what would this person do? What would they do? What would they tell me? If they were here right now, what would they tell me? What advice would they give me? That may help you also in starting to wrap your head around this decision that's coming up for you. Cancers, Venus retrograde has started out in your 10th house of career. Are you rethinking your career choices? You're rethinking your life choices. That's possible too. Are you rethinking how you would like to show up in your community in terms of being in the spotlight a little bit more, being in a public role in some way, whatever that may mean for you? All right, let's see. What do we got here? We got the Hierophant, and we have the Page of Cups. So you could definitely be thinking about, what do I want to commit myself to? And something you want to invest your energy into longer term, Page of Cups, or in a creative way. Page of Cups. This is our Pisces energy, 9th house. Could be a spiritual commitment, like maybe you really want to start getting into your spiritual studies, your metaphysical studies, your astrology, your tarot, your Reiki, your mystical elements, all of those things. Spiritual healing, all of that. But 9th house, like, I see this as a longer term commitment in my life. What do I want that to be? So that's the reevaluation. And we will have Venus retrograde also in the 9th house and Mercury retrograde in that 9th house. 10 of Swords in your heart. Wow. Okay. What else? The World and the 6 of Wands. Okay. So it's interesting the World is showing up because that is a very visible energy. You can run, but you can't hide with the World. What you see is what you get. And that is also very much the 10th house energy. Like, it's public. It's in the spotlight. So I think what we have going on here is, as I said, you're rethinking something. Something could be offered to you in a surprising way, and you're wondering, is this finally the thing that I can choose that will get me out of a funk? Whatever you're going through right now, 10 of Swords in your heart, where you feel despair, you feel bored, you feel lonely, you feel like, something's got to juice up my energy again because this ain't it. And the 10 of Swords in this deck, she distracts herself with her cell phone. This is not being invested in life. Your mind is not in the game of life. Your mind is just distracted and numbed out. So, and that's not you, Cancer. That's, so if you're feeling this way, let me know in the comments. Let me know. Let's discuss. Okay, because that's a difficult place to be in, but you don't have to stay there. And this Venus retrograde can help you find and commit to a new expansive direction in your life. Sometimes the first thing we have to do to make the change is admit to ourselves that, this is where I'm at. Sometimes we fight against admitting this 10 of Swords. But what we don't acknowledge, we can't change. What we resist persists, that old saying, right? It's true. So this Venus retrograde, you could be facing, what you've been resisting, and you could put an end to the resistance. And as such, you could be moving forward at the end of the retrograde. This is the 6 of Wands. It's the six-week retrograde. Still in Aries season, it ends. You could be moving forward in the middle of April with a confident, new committed direction you are going in. With love, money, or maybe, like I said, something related to your 9th house Pisces, spirituality, travel, academia. Maybe you're deciding you want to go make a commitment, go back and learn something. Go back to school or study a foreign language or go travel more. Whatever it might be, expansion, that's what it's about. So I think this is very, very positive here. With the World card too, there is a need, a craving to expand your world through new connections, new friendships, new things you're learning, you're growing. This can just be too like mental stagnation, because it's the swords. It's like, it's just, I'm kind of shut down, shut in. This is my world. My world's like this right now. I got to expand my world. But again, nobody can do that except for you. You have to, acknowledge that, yeah, this is the way it is right now. I got to get out of that. It's not helping me. But we've all been there. No judgments. This is, we have all been here. And, often we can get like this if we are coming out or in a period of grief. And if that's the case, you take your time. That's a very individual process. But you could find that even just a little commitment, like maybe you just sign up for an app that's super cheap, then you start learning Italian, right? Just something that you've always wanted to do, and that kind of gets you out of your own head instead of the doom scrolling. You know what I'm saying? And you start to feel more revitalized. Your energy picks up. So I would encourage you this week to use the energies, because that's what it's all about on this channel. And say yes with this little cute page of cups. Fill your cup with a surprise. Say yes to something. It does not have to be expensive. Like I said, apps are not that expensive. Monthly app could be $4.99. It's like a cost of a cup of coffee, right? And you could start enjoying it and learn something, even through an app. Through, Chat GPT, if you have it, start learning. I think Chat can teach you how to speak Italian. But surprise yourself with a commitment that revitalizes your energy, and in a small way, as I said. And you could see that your world starts to feel more hopeful. Your vision starts to expand, and you start to get your mojo, your energy back, and the flow of good feelings begins again. Leos, March 2nd through the 8th. Let's see what you need to know. You got Venus going retrograde in your 9th house. You could be making plans to travel back to a place you've been before. You could be tinkering with something you're writing or creating. You could be relearning something you learned before but want to brush up on, a skill. There could be reconnection with the person from a different culture or background. Let's see what you need to know about the Venus retrograde and your week ahead. 8 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. There's a travel opportunity. Yeah, 3 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, there is a travel opportunity, I think, that is going to be presented to you with this Ace of Coins. Like, there's an invitation for you to meet up with somebody. 3 of Cups is in your heart. And this is somebody, or it could be a little small group of people, whether they're friends or family or whatever. It's a joy. Like, this is a joyful invitation. You're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see them. That would just be so awesome to hang out with them. Got out of focus. Hang out with them, have a nice meal, enjoy some music, dinner out, all the, joys and pleasures of life. The Ace of Coins, it's somebody, I think, extending it to you. Why? Because here you are on your motorbike heading for it. You're ready. You are ready for an adventure. You need a little adventure, a get out of town, an exploration, something. You're feeling kind of wanderlusty. You're kind of like, Now sometimes we can just be an armchair traveler. We just need to do something like that and sit in our comfy chair and watch a cool show on TV that takes us to a beautiful new place. Highly recommend, if you're into Thailand, highly recommend Patty Doyle's channel. Check him out. Love his travel videos. Shout out to Patty, P-A-D-D-Y, Doyle, D-O-Y-L-E. He makes gorgeous cinematic videos of Thailand, which is on my bucket list personally. I want to go and bathe with the elephants. You go and hang out with the elephants in little north of Chiang Mai in Thailand, and you can wash the elephants. It's so cool. Anyway, maybe you're not going to have a washing the elephants type adventure, but there is something here, like I said, wanderlusty, and meeting up with people. Now, it could just be you meet up with them in your town or whatever, but you got to get out of the house. Like, you're wanting to move, groove, get out of the house. You could also be reassessing, do I want to take a class? Because that's very ninth housey. Do I want to take a class, like a Zumba class? Do I want to get back to Zumba? Do I want to get back to my body jam? Whatever. Like, you're thinking about that. But a friend could be like, hey, we haven't seen you in class in a while. Can you please come? Could be something like that. You could have an invitation to teach with people that you really like, or go back and teach something, maybe as a sub or whatever. But we have a 7 of Wands and a Knight of Coins here. So there is a little bit of hesitation with, I think, the money. And or how am I going to get time off of work to do this? Because if I look at the Knight of Coins as Taurus and your 10th house, you know, is my boss going to say yes, that I can? Or can I afford to take time off right now? But you want to. This is the thing. And the 7 of Wands is about kind of negotiating and moving through a bunch of different, perhaps, thorns or demands around you that you're trying to navigate through so that you can leave. But you're looking at the Pentacles, so there could be some money situation. So, or this could also be the invitation you're looking at. But I would say where there's a will, there's a way. Maybe this is the type of thing that could happen after the Venus retrograde is over. Maybe it's something you could plan for. Maybe you can say yes to the invitation now and save up some money and do it during your birthday season. That's possible. But don't say, this is what I would say. Do whatever you want, but I would say don't immediately dismiss something because maybe the money's not there currently. Money has a very funny way sometimes of manifesting when you least expect it, how you least expect it, but to fulfill a desire that is about joy and connecting with other people. So let's see how it might play out. But I think this is a good week. I mean, you're going to have some high-powered energy. You may be working on something new. There could be some good news headed your way this week. It's very possible. And again, but you still have this going on. It's like your heart and energy could be so like, oh my God, yes. But yeah, you still got to deal with the mundane problems of your life, of going to work, dealing with people, making the money, like, you know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, you just want to just paint the town red and celebrate. That may come another day. All right, Virgo, so let's see what's going on for you March 2nd through the 8th. We have Venus retrograde starting out in your 8th house of other people's money. So is there possibly a tax return on its way to you? Money from your tax return, filing your taxes. That is very 8th housey. Is there money owed to you maybe coming back? It is possible. Again, general reading, I can't guarantee anything, but it's a possibility. Is it possible that you finally get some debt cleared or funding happens that you've already applied for? Yes, it is possible. Okay, but let's see what the cards have to say for you. So you could be really focused on revamping, redoing your budgets, your investments. This is all this Venus retrograde in your 8th house. Yeah, there you look at you looking at your pentacle there. But also the bunny's here. So it's about how do I multiply? That's multiply. Multiply. That's really chat, but it's multiply also. Multiply my, oh yeah, how do I multiply 9 coins? How do I multiply? How do I start out with 1 and end up with 9? That's what now that could be happening this week, but that's also what you're focused in on, because that's of course what this is. You're focused on manifesting your plenty, and you have your good and plenty 3 of coins in your heart. Did you like that candy when you were a kid? Let me know. Good and plenty. It was a little too licoricey for me. I liked the candy coating, but 2 of Wandsies and a 6 of Coinsies. Okay, so universe is helping you. So there is the kind of vibe I'm getting is a meeting of the energies between what you're doing and what the universe is bringing. Like something is gelling this week. It's coming together. That about your money, your finances, like a plan is coming together. And the universe may be bringing you a very tangible sign. Like, yes, it could be the actual tax refund arrives. It could be, yeah, actually the universe just gifted me an unexpected sum of whatever. as a goodwill gesture sign that things are improving. You know, it's like stuff like that. Like, yeah, I found a $20 bill in the street. Okay, that is a sign from the universe. That's a 6 of coins, that things are shifting. You know, it's very interesting. The universe gives us signs all the freaking time. I think a lot of times we're too busy to notice. Of course, in modern life, we're too busy to notice. But I have noticed in my own life, let me know, Virgo, if you have that. When I start something new, when I have a new idea, and when I start executing on that idea, or I really have done some sort of vibrational shifting through releasing, through journaling or something, I will find money. I'm not kidding you. Like, I will find money the next day. Now, I'm not saying I find a $20 bill every day, but I will find like a quarter in the shopping parking lot or something like that. Like, you know, pennies from heaven. It's so interesting. So pay attention to that. That's what I'm getting, this vibe with the 6 of coins, with that for you. Because what's interesting is what's going on in your heart, which is the 3 of coins, which is making the plan, sketching it out, putting a plan into motion, and doing some research. I think this week also with this 2 of coins, the 2 of wands and this 3 of coins, it is also about you doing some research to put a plan in motion for yourself. And there could be, again, this could be a piece of information. This could be money. This is something the universe knows you need to put that plan into motion, that it will deliver to you. So I think this is very interesting. But there could be some tangible gift from the universe. We're talking about the 8th house, other people's money. 8th house for me can also be the mysterious ways that the universe works. It's deep stuff. It's Scorpio, after all. The 8th house is connected with Scorpio. It's deep, mysterious things that don't always have a logical explanation. And that can be this gift arrives, this piece of info, a money, a compliment, an introduction, a piece of information, whatever. This is very good. So keep your eye on the prize here. 1 pentacle could turn into 9 based on the planning and decisions that you make this week and during the Venus retrograde. All right, Libras. So Venus is going retrograde in your 7th house of other people. So you could be thinking of contacting somebody from your past. Somebody could be thinking of contacting you. A business deal could be back on the table. A love deal could be back on the table. But this is the thing. Is it worth it to give a second chance to? Only you can decide, but we'll see what the energies have to say. Second chances, yay or nay? Usually there's a very good reason why something didn't work out the first time. It doesn't mean it can't work out again, but says my Capricorn. All right, let's see. We have a 9 of wands. And we have a 9 of swords. Oh my goodness. And a 4 of swords. It gives you a headache just thinking about it. And the Hierophant. Yeah, it's some sort of partnership, committed thing. And a 10 of wands. So this Venus retrograde is going to help you make up your mind once and for all, I think, to end an energetic tie that is just causing you a lot of stress and grief. So we have the 8th house here, the Taurus, which can be about karmic connections. So there was a karmic contract. There was a reason why you were involved with that particular partner, whether business or personal. There was something but it's wrapped up. It's finished, like almost. There is one last karmic lesson. And it could be that it's the karmic lesson of finally letting it go and ending it. That is on the table for you. Your karmic lesson of saying enough is enough. Like, I am done with this. And it's not just Libra who keeps their options open. I mean, the other signs do too. Don't we all, and sometimes in a way, keep our options open? I mean, some signs is if you have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, fixed signs usually, if we're done, we're done. Like I have so much fixed energy in my chart, my God. Like, once it's done, like, oh no, it's over. It's done. Like, don't even knock on my door. Just don't even. Don't even. So, but, so sometimes, other signs, they may be a little more, well, let me keep the door open a crack. Okay. But I think you're realizing that holding on to the option of this thing is an energetic beast. It is draining you. It's causing migraines. You probably have nightmares. You're going to end this. That's what I think. You're going to make the decision. Nobody can make it for you. You're going to make this. Like, I cannot see a future and go on. I can't make my future. How can I make a future for myself when I'm still like hanging on here? Now, again, I'm not blaming you or anything like that. We all go through situations like this. And the retrogrades are classic, especially a retrograde in your 7th house, for making us think about the connections in our life that bring us to this point. But you're going to make the commitment to yourself with the Hierophant here that enough is enough. That is what I feel. And that is part of your karmic journey and karmic growth and lessons and opportunities here. So that's part of your healing and transformation. I mean, this is also the 8th house, as I was talking about before, the Hierophant. So there could be a connection from your past that comes in this week. It's possible with this energy, but it's the same old, same old. That's the other thing. Like, if you were hoping for somebody to change, they're not changing. They're stuck, 9 of Wands, in the same old shenanigans. Probably to their detriment. They may be doing the same things over and over and, want you to play, comfort them all the time. And, you're over it. So let's see. It's time for you to wrap up some sort of energetic cycle and commit to deeper growth. Commit to your next level of growth that you want to invest your energy in. That's also this. So your heart may need a timeout, 4 Swords, before it commits to something new. To reevaluate what is the most important thing for you right now, what you need. Because Venus is your ruling planet. So anytime your ruling planet goes retrograde, it's a very important time for self-examination. And what this is saying is there's a lot of energy that needs to be released, according to this tarot, so that you can commit, Hierophant, to better things for yourself. And I want that for you, Libra. Scorpio, let's see what you need to know for your week ahead, March 2nd through the 8th, and your Venus retrograde, which starts out in Aries, your 6th house of work and well-being. So there could be some sort of work discussions or work scenarios or something about money and hours that come back around again for readjustment or reevaluation. There could be something where somebody calls you back into work. Or there's something to be looked at and addressed with how your pay is being calculated. Okay, especially check that out when Mercury goes retrograde in that 6th house, also in the middle of the month. So from March 15th to March 27th, definitely really watch like a hawk your paycheck, especially if you're an hourly employee and you have to punch the clock and you get paid on putting in your hours. Because with a Venus and Mercury retrograde in your 6th house of work between March 15th and March 27th, there could be errors that are made. So you want to check everything, like document everything, your hours. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if there's a chance of it happening, that type of astrological transit can indicate that. Okay, but let's see what you need to know from March 2nd through the 8th. Everything is fine. I forgot to take this card. We had this discussion last when I did the Capricorn reading. I don't know if it was last weekly's or the Capricorn money reading, but yeah, it must have been last weekly's reading. We had everything is fine. I forgot to take it out of it's hard to see. It says everything, there we go. Everything is fine. It's the 10 of Swords. Everything is fine. That's your message. Everything is fine. Page of Wands, 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, everything is fine. It's time to move quickly on some sort of new opportunity this week, but also during the Venus retrograde. Now, when I say new, it could be, again, that it comes back around, or it's something you've been thinking about for a while, but the timing wasn't right, as we know with the Mars retrograde, the last, months, that it wasn't quite the time yet. I think the timing shifts for you in a significant way this week. And it could also just be the timing in your heart with the Page of Wands. Like you're ready to begin something new and invest your energy into something new. And here's your energy too, the King of Cups. So you're feeling aligned, you're feeling invested, you're feeling I'm raring to go, let's do this. You may try a couple different ways of doing something this week to get that ball rolling. That beautiful, gorgeous Ace of Pentacles ball, that beautiful coin. You're like, all right, whatever it takes, I'm doing it. Eight of Wands is very determined. It's very Leo. It's like, I'm going to go for the gold. So you're going to start something that for you represents the gold. Now, it may be a relationship. It could be a job scenario. It could be something with your work and well-being. Like it could be, you know what? I'm tired of the health professionals I'm currently seeing. I want to go for the gold and invest and find the person who, yeah, maybe they're a little more expensive, but they're going to give me the answers. They're going to help me. So it could be something like that too, right? Everything's a metaphor, but I'm going to go for the gold and something I want to do for my career. I want to go for the gold with something that makes me feel good. So 6th house, you could be investing in some sort of wellness routines. You could be buying equipment or things you need to exercise and feel better because you're taking care of yourself. So whatever. I mean, this is great energy, and this further emphasizes everything is fine. There could be some sort of offer with this Ace of Coins, as I said, connected with a callback because the Venus is retrograde. So it could be a callback for a second interview. It could be a callback to work if you've already worked for that company before, that type of thing. It's, again, possible. Sagittarius, let's see what you need to know for March 2nd through the 8th, and also the Venus retrograde. That's starting out in Aries, your 5th house. So there could be something, you know, coming back around with one of your kids if you have them or grandchildren. There could be something going on with a creative project, like reinvesting or rediscovering something with your creativity and talent. There could be a lucky break coming to you from your past. 5th house rules luck, so it could be something like that. Let us see, Saggies. Oh, we have the Aries showing up. And we have the Knight of Swords. Ooh, the Magician. 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Wands. Okay, this is what I feel. I think that you are going to be given a second chance. You're not given it. You're taking it. Magician's in your heart. You're taking a second chance. I think you're making up your mind very decisively, very clearly of, I'm doing this. I don't really care what anybody else thinks or what they have to say. I am decisive. I am strong. My mind is made up, and I'm manifesting this. It doesn't have to be exclusive to your 5th house, but the 5th house is our heart space. It's our passion. It's our joy. So you could be taking a joyful risk based on something, again, that's connected with your past in some way. Like maybe something you really loved doing before, a place you liked going to, something that gave you a lot of pleasure before, and you're saying, you know, F it, I'm gonna make the decision to return to it because it makes me feel good. And we have the Aries showing up and the Magician. I mean, look at all this red fire here. There's something about this energy of this Venus retrograde and also the energy of this week where you're reconnecting with that Sagittarian fire and passion and joy and go get them. But again, it has a thread to your past. Now, yes, we have energy of a 5 of Cups and a 5 of Wands over here. We are talking about your 5th house after all, which is interesting. And 5s are the energy of change. This is a transition number. So I'm getting the word transmuting. So you're transmuting, transforming. It's an alchemical process. You're taking whatever struggles you have been going through the last 5 months, 5 weeks, 5 years, whatever's been going on that's made you regretful, sad, nostalgic for your past, whatever's been making you spin your wheels, unsure of yourself, just in a funk. This is, I really just don't know what to do. I feel like I made a mistake. That's 5 of Cups. Like I made some mistake. I went in the wrong direction for me. That can get rectified with this Venus retrograde. You can get your alignment back. You can get your fire back. And it's time to stop dwelling in this if this has been the situation. I mean, sometimes we have to dwell. We have to process through, and it's okay. But this Venus retrograde could give you your mojo back in a very strong, passionate way. I would say to wear some red if that calls to you, with the red coat and the red coat over here, and not second guess your ideas. First thought, best thought, as Allen Ginsberg, the Beat poet, said. That's what this is. This is not second guessing your natural creative impulses, your heart-centered desires. And second guessing can be this over here. That maybe there was regrets because you didn't pursue what you wanted to pursue. You listened to somebody else, Knight of Swords. Maybe somebody who was fearful and wanted to hold you back. They didn't want to lose you, or they thought they were going to lose you if you did X, Y, Z. It's your time. It is your time. So put this behind you. So this week could be bringing this energy out for you. It could be that you are going to triumphantly, with this magician, face any sort of this type of energy from your past. Having to deal with other people's feelings about situations, your own regrets, your own, spinning your wheels type energy, and put that firmly in the past so that you can move forward triumphantly. Capricorn, it is Venus retrograde time in your 4th house of home, family, roots, what nourishes you, what feeds you. And it's March 2nd through the 8th. So we will look at the energies for your Venus retrograde in Aries and your week ahead when the station is at its most powerful. It never fails. If I go by whole sign houses, then Aries is my 4th house, but I don't go by that. I usually go by unequal houses. But yeah, I've been doing the thing, where do I want to live again? Where do I want to move to? That's just what I do. I love looking at realtor.com. I love investigating stuff. It's just fun watching endless videos on YouTube of interior design, decorating, house tours, all of that. Have you been doing that, Capricorn? Let me know. So you could be reevaluating what you're investing. That's very Venus. Your heart-centered energy into. Like, is this place still aligned for me? Are these family relationships still worth me trying to save? It could be things like that. But you could also be rethinking, like I said, where you're living, how you're living, who you're living with. Yeah, here we go. 10 of Pentacles, the family and having the money to move or something. Okay. Ace of Coins. Justice, there's the Libra, 10th house, the Sun, and the High Priestess. Okay, wow. So I think this is what I feel. I think that during this Venus retrograde, the part in Aries, which lasts until March 27th, and then it'll dip back into Pisces. I think you are going to be looking at, where can I and my family, if you have a family, it could just be you and your cat, where can we go and have a new beginning that will be our joy? And where do we feel intuitively drawn to? Also, this High Priestess. So what's going to make us happy in the day? Like, there's things to do out there. There's a good gym to go to. There's, artistic activities. There's good shopping. All the things. That's the Sun card. All the pleasures, whatever that means for you. Coffee shops, blah, blah, blah. In the daytime. And then at nighttime, is it peaceful and quiet? Like, does my energy feel protected and safe and aligned? That's the High Priestess. So it's both things. And that's the balance of the Justice card in your heart. But this could also, since it's your 10th house, be connected with some sort of career opportunity. Like, okay, if I move, what will my career be like there? Will it be all work and no play? Is there going to still be balance for me? Etc. But it could also just be weighing the pros and cons of making a fresh start, Ace of Coins, in some new place that you're considering would bring you joy. It may be a place that is warmer. The Sun card. Okay, and we have this 10 of Coins here, which is about Like, yeah, am I going to have the money to do this? What's it going to take for me and my family to do what we want to do and have this fresh start? Rethinking my long-term investments, my money goals. Okay, so I think this is the big considerations during the Venus retrograde, but this is also maybe something that's coming out for you in the week ahead, where you may be actively seeking some new career opportunities this week, where there can be more visibility and more pay, and you're doing it on the down low because you probably already have a job. And that's advisable. You don't be broadcasting to your current employer, oh yeah, I'm looking for a job. No. So, and with the Venus retrograde, it's a good time to hit up past contacts, high priestess from your past, but on the down low, the secret up your sleeve, high priestess. So I think this is very good energy. There's something here that you're cooking up a plan that has to do with you being very happy in where you're living, how you're living, and who you're living with. And this is your house of transformation, the Leo. So you realize this may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen by the end of the retrograde either, in the middle of April, but you know that it can happen by your birthday. It may take a while. Good things take time, because you may need to get your ducks in the row here with this 10 of coins and get enough money built up to get the apartment security deposit and the moving costs and all of those things that we need to do. Moving's not cheap. It doesn't matter. Maybe you're just renting. Even just renting, it's not cheap, let alone investing and maybe buying a new property. So whatever you have going on, but you're patient, you're Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, it's okay. And there's likely to be some sort of new commitment happening for you, especially, I would say, in the spring of 2026, when Saturn is fully in your fourth house. And it's in Aries, and it's not retrograding back into Pisces anymore. There may be your ruling planet in the fourth house, a committed new beginning in a place that is much more aligned for you. So I'm looking at this theme here with the Venus retrograde. It's going to continue to play out for you. It's going to have threads to maybe a place you've looked at before, but also those cosmic threads, as I like to call them, will spin out also into your future about a year from now as well. So very interesting stuff here. But I like it. Good for you, Capricorn. Aquarius, let's see what you need to know for March 2nd through the 8th. Venus retrograde in your third house of siblings, in your third house of transportation, your third house of communications. So be on the alert for something going on with car repairs, especially also between March 15th and March 27th, when we will have Venus and Mercury retrograde in that third house. Okay, so if you hear a weird noise with your car or something's going on, don't wait around to get it looked at. Especially between the 15th and the 27th of March. But you could be, having a conversation or revisiting a conversation with a sibling. You could be reconnecting and communicating with people from your past. Absolutely. You could be relaunching some sort of writing or communications or marketing project for your business if you have one. So you're rethinking. You're rethinking your values, the Venus. And you're rethinking perhaps your emotional foundation, what makes you feel secure and stable. And you may also be rethinking what's going to help expand my future. Let me rephrase that. What future do I want to expand into? Because of course, Venus also rules your 9th house Libra, and it rules your 4th house Taurus. So there's... you want to feel secure, but you also want to expand. So you may be kind of rethinking both of those, because they could maybe sometimes feel discordant, like they don't fit. But you can still find some sense of stability and security for yourself while also expanding your horizons and growing in a grounded and stable way, in a steady way. So you may be rethinking third house Venus. How do I do that? How do I invest my energy, Venus? Investments, and do that. So let's see. Aquarius. 3 of Wands. There's that end of March Aries energy. 4 of Swords. 10 of Coins. Ace of Coins. I shuffled and we just had those for Capricorn. Oh, but the 5 of Coins. Okay, this is what I feel. There is something for you to confront about your fears around what you are capable of manifesting. Like, I think you're going to break through some sort of upper limit issue or glass ceiling. Like, it's more like an upper limit. That Gay Hendricks book, The Upper Limit. Like, and again, that's like kind of the glass ceiling that our beliefs and our conditioning have set for ourselves. You're gonna break through and bust through that. That's what this is. And I think you're gonna do this during the Venus retrograde. So you have a big dream in mind, this beautiful 3 of Wands. Like, you're looking to your future with hope and expectation. You're like, yeah, I really want to manifest this for myself. I really want to manifest long-term financial growth and security. I want to grow a business. I want to grow my income. I just want to grow my investments. I want to have all the pentacles in my pocket, but I want to do it in a way that feels really aligned and that makes me feel good also, that where I feel like I'm investing my energy. I'm not just working for the money, but I'm investing my energy. And in that way, it feels good, because it's something you're enjoying. But this 4 of Swords is here, which is kind of like she has a headache, right? And it's the mental energy. It could be that you put a block, but it's too hard, or I can't do it, or whatever this 5 of Coins conditioning is, that kind of trips you up. It's like this 4 of Swords is when we get overloaded on a circuit, an electrical circuit, and it trips the breaker. Your breaker gets tripped with this Venus retrograde. This is your opportunity to reset it and realize that you don't have to put your head on your hand and think that your vision is too big. It is time to confront and look at where you may be playing small, where you can snap out of that. You have the skills, you have the talents. Don't allow yourself to fall into this 5 of Coins, okay, of exiling yourself from your own dreams. That's what I feel. And it's that 4 of Swords. It's that breaker that trips in your brain. That is very much like, again, we've all had this. This is not exclusive to you. Like, when we grow up and the conditioning and the things our parents or our caretakers say to us, maybe they mean well, but they have their own conditioning maybe they didn't face. Look at this gorgeous energy. You can build something beautiful, long-term financial security through your own joy, through this big dream. Please use the energy, as I say all the time, to confront this during the Venus retrograde. This week may be triggering something. Maybe this week is the trip of the breaker for you to break free from that. There could be something that the universe is trying to get through to you. This Ace of Coins is trying to bring in. But there could be resistance possibly on your part to let it in. Examine that. And I would also say here, just with this energy for this week, is take some extra time to rest, okay, with this 4 of Swords and this 5 of Coins, just in general. Not medical advice, but, drink your orange juice or whatever, take your vitamin D, but most of all, rest. That's this 4 of Swords. Because we know that mental stress can cause, a cold or something like that with the 5 of Coins. So anything you can do to get some extra rest and take care of yourself this week is also important. Pisces, let's see what you need to know about this Venus retrograde in your second house of Show Me the Monies and your self-worth. And then Venus will be retrograde in your sign on March 27th. It'll backtrack. So how you doing, Pisces? Let me know. We'll also look at your energies March 2nd through the 8th. we're just coming off this big new moon in your sign with the superstellium of so many planets in your sign and the North Node. I am very curious as to how you are feeling. I would love to know. I have been super tired in the last 3 days because Pisces energy can sometimes make us a little more, because it's ruled by Neptune, can make us a little more tired. And I mean, my dreams have been like, I've been getting so many psychic messages through my dreams, which is fine. I'm not complaining, but it's why I'm sleeping longer, because I have to like recover from that. You know, you ever have those type of dreams, Pisces, where it's like you lived a whole life in the dream and then you wake up and you're exhausted. You're like, what adventure did I just go through in the astral realms? And now, like, my waking life in this reality is today I'm exhausted from all that. I know you know what I mean. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, we have the Magician. Okay, very nice. And we have your energy. All right. Very nice. 2 of coins in your heart. 4 of coins. And the moon. All right, interesting. So that could be a time marker for as we're coming up to that big full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. But we could also look at this moon as, again, your moon that we just had, the new moon. This could go either way, this moon. It could go full moon or it could go, you know, we're in the first quarter moon right now. Here's the quarter. I think that there's something you're working through about investing yourself and your energy into something you want to manifest, some new dream you want to percolate. It's interesting, we have the 2 of coins in your heart, which can be about options and choices, but it can also be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in this loop to try to figure something out, to the point where we get unbalanced and or kind of teetering here, like, I don't know what to do. But I think the thing is, you do know what you want to do. The Magician is here. There is some clear manifestation. Here's the King of Cups also that you do really want to go for. But there's something here where you may not be giving yourself permission, or you may think you have to just, consider other things. Or, as we know, anytime we're on the cusp of making some big change in our lives, it's only natural. It's not specific to you. It's natural for everybody, or most people, to go through the fears and doubts, the coulda, woulda, shouldas. Oh, I don't know. Is this really going to work? Don't talk yourself out of something before you even try it. Like, you could be trying to hold on and wait with this 4 of coins for some sort of absolute certainty. Like, I got to know 100% that this is going to work. Otherwise, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to sit here on my little throne, enjoy my cup of juice, and that's it. Okay, so that would be such a waste of your beautiful energy. I feel like there's something here. Aries is bravery, your second house. Like, everybody thinks Pisces is just this shy, retiring little fish. Okay. Pisces can be that, but Pisces can be a lot of things. You're a mutable sign. There's many facets to the Pisces energy, the Pisces heart. It's like the scales on the fish. There's many different colors that make up the fish, the iridescent, different colors. Even think of a beautiful mermaid, that beautiful iridescence. Okay, so there's many different colors of the Pisces heart, the Pisces energy. I was going somewhere with that metaphor, but it would be a shame to waste your energy and trying to wait for certainty. I know where I was going with that. Aries is brave. You are brave. That's one of the facets of Pisces. That's where I was going with the mermaid scales. And it's your second house. I think one of the journeys that many Pisces go on is learning to trust themselves. They trust their intuition, but sometimes I think in executing that intuition and moving forward, bravely. It's not that you can't be brave. You can be very brave, but trusting their own bravery. And that's your second house. Your second house is self-esteem and self-worth is Aries. To take the leap of faith into your own energy and trusting it. The actions, that's Aries' actions, the actions you're taking. Like you'll feel the feels, you'll trust the feelings, but then sometimes you just stay in the feelings. Again, that can be okay. But if you're working on manifesting something, it can also be about the actions you're taking. This can be this moon with this King of Cups. I'm just going to stay in the feelings, but I'm not going to go out there and do the deeds I need to do to get the ball rolling. And also, I could be throwing up doubt because I am wanting that hardcore certainty that it's going to work. And we don't know if things are going to work. We could have the best intuitions in the world. We could be fully aligned and we proceed with as much knowledge as we have. We go forward with what we need to do. It could still not work out. But we will never know if we don't take that leap of faith, if we don't take that action. So, and through action, we begin to trust ourselves even more. We have both things aligning. We trust the intuition, but then we also see that, yeah, I got my own back. I'm taking the action. I'm showing up for myself. I am betting on myself. I am taking the actions. I believe in me. And I don't just believe in me sitting here on my little chair. I believe in me out in the world trying new things and expanding my horizons. So that is what I am feeling. Like there may be something this week and with this Venus retrograde that you may need to let go of something. That's maybe this back and forth. You may need to let go of something and take that leap of faith with this Magician into your own energy, your own needs, your own desires, and take action on something new and leave the doubt behind. That is what I am feeling here. You have so much gorgeous energy in your sign right now. And the North Node. The North Node, remember, Pisces, is encouraging you to expand your horizons into new things. And it is a matter of trust and faith, not just in the universe, but also in yourself. So thank you so much for joining me for your March 2nd through 8th energies, and also looking at the Venus retrograde in Aries, which, as I said, is happening March 1st until March 27th, when Venus will backtrack into Pisces. That'll be a conversation for another day, but pay attention to that. Be alert also to the energy from March 15th to the 27th, when we will also have Mercury retrograde in Aries, which is like a double whammy of rethinking energy, regrouping, reevaluating energy. If there's any time for people to really come back from our past, I mean, sure, they can come back now, but I would say it's between then, the 15th and the 27th. So definitely, if you're not wanting to hear from somebody, screen your phone calls, block, delete, ignore, whatever you need to do. If you're eagerly anticipating hearing from somebody, they may be coming back from your past around that time. Maybe send out a little telepathic message if you're trying to magnetize them to contact you. But let's see how it'll play out. Of course, it's always about using the energies, as I like to say. So I'd love to hear how you're doing just that in the comments. I will do my best to respond to as many people as I can. And next week, we'll get back to more of our regular scheduled programming of looking at the energies just for the week ahead. But I thought it's important to mention the Venus retrograde. I did not do a separate video on it. I just didn't have time. I'm still putting out the money and career readings, so check those out on the channel. I still have Sagittarius. It's done, but I have to upload it. And then I have one more Aquarius. My apologies. I got to get on that. That will be uploaded probably Monday or Tuesday. Also, if you're interested in diving deeper into the energies, I am offering now a $4.99 monthly membership where you will get a psychic hits video bonus. It's pure psychic and intuitive downloads of what I am hearing, what I am seeing as I tune into each sign for the month ahead. So if that interests you, that's the Stellar Seeker level at $4.99 a month. Your support helps me keep doing what I'm doing here on the channel. So if you consider that, thank you very much. And I think you'll find the messages are very interesting, very surprising to me. It's a little different. It's not tarot. Okay, it's not tarot. I sit down and I mean, sometimes I get stuff in dreams. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'll hear something specific to a sign. Sometimes it's like when you're in that zone of washing the dishes or whatever. And sometimes it's when I am like just really sitting in meditation and quiet and tuning in. But my clairaudient and clairvoyant, in terms of seeing a picture, skills are very, very strong. And it's fun for me to tune in with those and exercise those a little bit more. So I hope you find it fun and valuable also. They're not predictions. They're, again, energies and impressions that you can use and apply to your life and hopefully get some value out of. So I hope that you check that out if you feel called to do so. So more videos forthcoming. I got a whole plan for March of what's coming down the pike. So get ready, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell. All the things helps the channel out immensely. So I'm very appreciative for all of you, and a special shout out to everyone who is a channel member. Really appreciate your support. All right, take care. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out.